Got some great news. As always, I like to update you all on the things that are going on. So we have been working for the last 3-4 years, almost 4 years now, on a partnership, which has now come to be Midwest Automotive Partners, which will be our legal name, but we will do a legal DBA eventually, something that's more catchy and brand worthy. But Midwest Automotive Partners is going to focus primarily on wholesale sales, building relationships with dealerships, finding out what their auto needs are, what segments they want to sell to their customers, and then we will be that automotive partner that goes out, finds those deals at the auctions and from individuals and elsewhere to secure those vehicles and then sell those to our automotive partners. So we just signed our lease on a location that, for me is not ideal. It's in an area that I've lived before in Greenwood, Indiana, and Greenwood just does not excite me. It's traction with some of the properties we're looking at, and so we ended up just deciding on this because we needed a location to begin the application for the dealer license. So as we speak, and so we're really excited to get that going. So today I have several meetings for several engagements that I'm working on outside of the Midwest Automotive Partners and the wholesale dealership. However, I will be reaching out to all of my contacts in the automotive world and beginning that conversation to secure those strategic partners. And so that's super exciting. Actually going to meet with a realtor now, as I'm also just in the last few weeks finalizing a partnership with some commercial developers and builders, and they have brought me in to be the equity raiser, and so we are doing a Regulation D equity raise, and so I will be meeting with folks about potentially investing in this project, which is in Edinburgh, Indiana, an old historic building, which is going to be a really exciting project. Looking forward to do this. This will be my first equity raise of many. It's something I've always wanted to do and I'm extremely passionate about. And so with those endeavors, the equity raise will be done under the partnership of Livish and a couple other companies. And it will be a really exciting new challenge for me, new experience. And so I'm looking forward to keeping you guys posted on how that goes. The challenge and the sense of urgency will be, I got to do this in 60 days. The guy who's teaching me and has allowed me to come into this opportunity for this equity raise said, I should be able to raise $500,000 in 60 days. Well, I've definitely generated millions of dollars in 60 days, but I have never raised $500,000 for anything for that matter, let alone a commercial development. And so I'm really excited to get into that, really excited to keep you guys posted on what that looks like, because I know a lot of you are excited about real estate, and a lot of my followers will come here to learn about business and life and just a lot of different things. And so there's a lot of business happening right now. I'm really excited to get into it and keep you guys posted and give you guys some good nuggets for how to grow your business or how to engage in a different vertical, as that were. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that, Lucy. One thing that I like to share here, and it's a quote that, I'll probably butcher, from Walt Disney, and several people have said it. It's been an understanding of mine for a long time, but the difference between winners and losers is that winners don't quit. I've had my ups and downs over the years, and if you look at my other channels like Facebook, Instagram, things of that nature, you'll see me talking about some of the struggles while I'm in the struggle. A lot of business owners only talk to you about the successes when they're happening, and they don't talk about how you get to those, right? I think what's important is the reality of business, or being an entrepreneur, or being a in a high level professional position. It's all about just keeping going. I mean, literally, that's the simplest thing that you can do, is just to continue to regulate yourself and reset and not take everything personal, and just know that as long as you keep going, you're going to get there. The biggest reality that I've learned in this life is consistency is key over any big swings. So doing the same thing over and over, being a consistent person, someone that people can depend on, being accountable, holding yourself accountable, taking action daily is the key to success. But also, it's a lot of mental, right? So the physical is one thing, but the mental is really the one thing that most people don't ever learn. And that's just resetting with every engagement. With every person that you talk to, you have to reset. You have to go back, and you have to be neutral and start fresh. Because if you take one engagement's emotions and frustrations or confusions or any of that anxiety with you into the next engagement, you're going to lose a lot of engagements because they were not in that engagement. They were not with you there. And so you have to be neutral. Didn't mean to click that over. I'm on my GPS. I'm actually heading to Virginia Avenue right now, grab some coffee with the realtor I was talking about. But again, a lot of life is a struggle. No matter where you're at or what you're doing, there's a lot of confusion. You don't know, and then you have to learn, and then you apply the application, and then you will learn better ways to do certain things. And everybody wants to get to the mountaintop right away, right? But the value is not in getting to the mountaintop at all. The mountaintop, once you're there, and I've been there in certain respects several times, it's the climb. The climb is what teaches you about who you are. It teaches you that the mountaintop is the goal, but along the way is to build a strong footing. Understand your strengths and your weaknesses and what you're good at, what you're not good at, what works, what doesn't work, and to really learn and develop as an individual, mentally, physically, spiritually, along that way is what allows you to continue on to the next mountaintop. So once you get to one mountaintop, whatever that may be, you're probably going to want to keep going. Runners typically don't want to just stay stagnant. They don't want to stop. They want to do another run and another climb and another endeavor and another engagement because they love doing those things. Ultimately, you have to be passionate about the things that you're pursuing. And, so that's crucial. And you have to stay motivated, and that's a mental thing. And so if there's a couple things that I can tell you about today is this is not, the automotive partnership, we worked on it for almost 4 years now. It was way longer than 4 years. It was 41 years of experiences and ups and downs and disappointments and joy and confusion and disorientation and setbacks, like all of those things. And over that 41 years, me being consistent with move forward and ask questions and engage with more people is what allowed me to get in contact with these partners and these investors who have asked me to come in and share this endeavor with me, to be able to give me the trust to be a part of such big deals in arenas and verticals that I have never been in before is such a compliment to the way that I am as a person, to the engagements that I've had with so many people, and the accomplishments, the failures, and the frustrations that I've had along the way, and the way in which that I've handled myself, where people would reach out to me and believe in me enough and trust in me enough to partner with me in these opportunities. So again, just keep being a good person, keep being integral, keep being a servant-minded individual who wants to help others, because sometimes the thing that you expense or invest today, you may not know what that return is. It may take 41 years for you to realize that, but you should always be investing in others for the betterment of others, and invest in businesses for the betterment of the business and the customer experience, etc. And if you always have that mentality, man, it may take a long time, but the thing is it's really not that long if you actually get there. If you actually enjoy the things you're doing along the way. You could wake up at 60 and all these actions that you thought just hadn't come to any kind of ROI or return on investment, one day all come together and you're in this paradise that you always wanted to be in. And if you stop, if you quit and you give up, you'll never get to know what that's like. So I encourage you to continue to reset. Don't take things personally. Accept every challenge and know that that's just part of your journey. You get the opportunity to experience things most people never will because they quit or they never even start. And so as long as you continue on, you're going to learn so many valuable lessons that will set you apart immensely from the other people out there who are maybe on a similar path, but they don't push themselves into opportunities and challenges that are required for you to take on an opportunity 20 years later that is extremely challenging and most people can't handle. So just remember, every action you take today will pave the way for tomorrow. Stay lavish, guys.